Madilim na kahapon, ikaw ang mag-aahon. Sa piling mo, di ko mawawala ang korupsyon.
You may now take your seats.
Tayo na, Pilipinas, tayo na magbago. Hawak kamay tayo para sa pag-asenso. Ikaw at ako.
Good afternoon once again. This is such an important day, not just for us in San Miguel Corporation, but also for the motorists as we inaugurate and formally open to the public the Metro Manila Skyway Stage 3. To formally welcome us and give a briefing of the Metro Manila Skyway Stage 3 project, may we call on the President and Chief Operating Officer of San Miguel Corporation, Mr. Ramon S. Ang.
Your Excellency, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, Executive Secretary Salvador Medialdia, Senator Bongo, House Speaker Alan Velasco, Secretary Carlos Dominguez, Secretary Mart Villar, Secretary Art Tugade, Secretary Harry Roque, Secretary Wendell Avisado, Secretary Vince Dizon, Secretary Martin Andanar, MMDA Chair Benhar Abalos Jr., members of the media, my colleagues in San Miguel Corporation, good afternoon. It's an honor to have our President with us today to officially open the Skyway Stage 3 to the Filipino people. What you see here is a product of world-class talent and skill of our very own Filipino engineers and workers. It is the results of years of hard work and collaboration between government and private sector. Finally, we now have seamless connection between South Luzon Expressway and North Luzon Expressway. Thank you to Secretary Mart Villar. And the cooperation of Manny Pangilinan of NLEX for allowing us to directly link to its NLEX Store Plaza. With Stage 3, we now have a total of 38 kilometers of elevated expressway and with 36 on and off ramps access point. Motorists can now bypass EDSA. From our December 29, 2020 soft opening of 3-lane, it's doing about 70,000 cars a day using Skyway Stage 3. That already decongest EDSA. At full capacity of 7-lane available, Skyway can easily handle 200,000 cars per day. And it will at least relieve EDSA by at least 50% of its traffic volume. Mr. President, this will change the face of urban travel as we know it. Traffic in Metro Manila will be significantly reduced. It will no longer choke our cities and rob Filipinos quality time with their families. And yet, San Miguel does not stop here. Following your approval, Mr. President, we will begin work next month, February, on the East-West Highway, which is called PAREX. The goal is to further decongest Manila from R10, EDSA, C5, Marikina, Rizal. It will have a travel time from Rizal to EDSA, Guadalupe in about 10 to 15 minutes from 2 hours today. And this will definitely be a game changer. Accidentally, Parex, while we were doing technical due diligence, we found out that Pasig River has some congestion area. On an average, it's about 10 meters depth. But in some part of Manila, in Punta, Santa Ana area, it is now down to about 1 meter depth. That we will also resolve for the government. We believe we can give back at least 10 meters depth, and for sure that will relieve the flooding problem of Pasig River area, including Marikina area. This will be completed by year 2023 and will realize our vision of seamless linking north, south, east, west of Metro Manila through multiple access points. Finally, Mr. President, all this expressway will connect to the new Manila International Airport, which we are now building in Bulacan, which you approved during your administration, boss. This will be a game changer for the Philippines for many generations to come. With 4 parallel runways, we will eliminate air congestion and delays. This airport will generate 30 million direct and indirect jobs and bring in 30 million tourists annually. Around the airport area, we will build modern city that is both inclusive, resilient, one that will improve lives, care for the environment, foster innovation, and support start-up business. This world-class development will be your administration legacy for future generation. All this project, Mr. President, will solve our decades-long problem of land and air traffic congestion. Together, we will continue to build the foundation for our country's growth. We believe this is the best way we can contribute meaningfully to the nation building. We at San Miguel are committed to sustainably reinvest what we have, create more business opportunities, and generate more jobs, and spread growth across the country. Mr. President, your vision of better life for Filipinos truly inspired us to work harder for the brighter future. Mabuhay po kayo at marami pong salamat.
Thank you, Mr. Ang, for that warm welcome and for giving us a glimpse of how this game-changing project was conceived and what this means for the Filipino people. This is indeed a major feat. At this point, we will now proceed with the unveiling of the marker to be led by President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. May we invite Mr. Ang, together with our esteemed guests on the stage, to join the President in unveiling the marker. President Duterte is now unveiling the marker and is being assisted by Mr. Ramon S. Ang, House Speaker Lord Alan Velasco, Executive Secretary Salvador Miljaldia, Public Works and Highway Secretary Mark Villar, Transportation Secretary Arthur Torgarde, and Senator Bongo. A warm round of applause, please, for this historic moment. Thank you, Mr. President, for leading the unveiling of the marker. As a partner of San Miguel Corporation in the achievement of this significant project, let us welcome on stage the DPWH Secretary Mark Villar to deliver his message and to have the honor of introducing our keynote speaker.
Maraming salamat po. Alam niyo po, nung nagsimula po itong Build program ni President Duterte, konti lang po ang naniniwala na kaya natin ibalik ang EDSA sa kondisyon niya noong 1930s. But today, we're finally inaugurating a project which at one point was thought to be impossible. Today, President Duterte continues to deliver on his promise of decongesting EDSA. When we assumed office in 2016, the congestion level was at 71%. Metro Manila was losing 3.5 billion pesos a day in traffic. This was when the President immediately set in motion a plan to reverse the situation, the EDSA decongestion program. The Skyway Stage 3 is an integral part of the decongestion program, and prior to May of 2017, practically none of the 47 NGCP poles had been relocated. Very few of the 1,300 Meralco poles had been relocated. Only 8% of the right-of-way needed for the alignment had been acquired. No right-of-way was acquired for certain sections, and the alignment that was originally approved was not feasible and did not even connect to the NLEX. That was the condition when the President entered this. Much needed to be done, but the President's vision and political will made it possible. In October of 2018, a memorandum of agreement realigning Section 2B along the San Juan River alignment was approved. And this included the interconnection structure between San Miguel's Metro Manila Skyway Stage 3 and Metro Pacific's SLEX-NLEX connector. And 27 months after, we finally completed the main alignment of Skyway Stage 3, an 18-kilometer expressway from Makati and Buendia to Balintawak in Quezon City. And on behalf of the government, I extend our profound gratitude to San Miguel Corporation and its visionary leader, Mr. Ramon Ang, whose passion drove this project forward. Indeed, we can't thank you enough for sharing a vision of a better Philippines. And of course, I'd like to thank my colleagues in the Department of Public Works and Highways for a job well done and relentlessly working to deliver the right-of-way for this historic project. And to all my colleagues in the Cabinet and the heads of agencies who played an important part in this project, the economic team, I hear Secretary Dominguez, Executive Secretary Medjaldea, of course, Senator Bongo, who was also instrumental in this. And then, of course, we see here Sec Wendell Avisado, part of the economic team also. And of course, the TRB, under the leadership of Sec Art Tugade, who really played a critical role in delivering the right-of-way for this project. Sec Art, naalala ko pa yung mga meetings natin sa Clark para ma-solve yung mga right-of-way issues, including the PNR under June Magno. I remember, naalala ko pa yung mga meetings natin para ma-reconcile yung mga alignments. And of course, the late MMDA Chairman Danny Lim, ang utos niya sa MMDA, basta pag may project, ang DPWH, yung Skyway, basta full support sila palagi. So, hindi siya, unfortunately, he'd never, I would have liked that he would be here today, but nevertheless, MMDA, malaki po ang pasasalamat namin. And this is also a legacy of MMDA Chairman Danny Lim. Of course, the Office of the Solgen for the Right-of-Way under Solgen Kalida. Thank you very much. And of course, NGCP, Meralco, Metro Pacific Group. Lahat sila tumulong para ma-deliver right-of-way. So many people had to work together to deliver this project. And today, President Duterte, the architect of the Build, Build, Build program and the EDSA decongestion, delivers on his promise of connecting NLEX and SLEX, an infrastructure accomplishment that will echo for many generations to come. So sir, on a personal note, maraming salamat po. Ako, nung lumaki po ako, never ko na-imagine na mawawala po yung traffic sa EDSA. So, because of your leadership, ang anak ko po, hindi na niya malalaman kung yung naging condition ng EDSA. My kids will never know traffic in EDSA because of you, sir. So, I'd like to thank you very much on a personal level. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor and privilege that I introduce to you the President of the Republic of the Philippines, Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Kindly sit down. House Speaker Alan Lord, His Lordship Alan J. Velasco, Executive Secretary Salvador Medaldia, Public Works and Highways Secretary Mark Villar, other members of the Cabinet, Senator Bongo, officials and employees of San Miguel Corporation, led by its Chief Operating Officer Ramon Ang, my fellow workers in government, mga kababayan. I would like to thank the Filipino laborer for his toil and sweat in making all of this possible. They may not be earning much, pero ang trabaho pinakita nila will last for generations. So kung sino man ngayon ang mga trabahante dito, tanggapin po ninyo ang mainit kong pagbati. Then I would like to specially greet Mr. Ramon Ang, and of course, kasali na rin dyan si Mr. Pangilinan, for all of these grand infrastructures without compare. At salamat naman at sila yung nag-finance and they give us a very magnificent Skyway. Salamat rin sa inyong pagtutupad. Cabinet members, Sonny Dominguez and the rest who look to the money, at kayong mga private contractors. Ang pakiusap ko lang noon sa aking inauguration was to make, that was actually, I think, during the first cabinet meeting, and I said, what's your marching order? Just make the life of the Filipino comfortable. Today, the life of many may not really be very, very comfortable, but ang hiningi ko lang naman, komportable lang na buhay. And if this will continue, the planned skyways and more, then we will be freed of the horrendous traffic congestion that is obtaining in all cities, crowded cities in the world. Meron tayo dito, at least nakikinig, o narinig nila ang pakiusap ko na komportable lang. Not only for the infrastructures, but for the police and for the military and all those connected with public order, and all cabinet members have done well. I'm very happy to say to you that I celebrate Christmas alone. Walang hiya. Yan ang ayaw ko. You know, in Davao, wala yan. Pinapara ko, sabi ko, tanggalin mo yan. Ang problema, ang motor ko maingay. Ako yung unang tinuli ko yung exhaust. Because, you know, pollution is really very, very present in our lives today. And it is really considered a pollution and is hazard to the health of the people. One of these days, sabihin ko yung mga motorsiklo, I'd like to, alam ko nakukornihan kayo, but wala naman akong maituro na lugar. It does not exist in Davao. There is no broom around. It's quiet, and it is extremely quiet. So, for all of those who contributed, including the media, to give us the mechanism to, yung tao na lang, wag na kami. Yung trabahante na lang ang purihin ninyo. Yung may mga pera na who had the marbles in their pocket and yet ventured on this near impossible. Yung road right of way lang na yan ang sakit. Now, may I hate to see this. I do not want it. But the reason why some of the projects, alam mo na ni-delay, hindi isang, every big project actually, with all the hula-balo, the celebration, the toast, and after that, at the beginning, itong mga kontraktor na iba, kasi natalo sila, gusto nilang bumawi, hingian pa yung, alam mo, sa totoo lang, kung merong gano'ng mga kontraktor, sabihin ninyo. Kasi yun ang unang, sila ang gawain natin ng pundasyon ng unang poste ng anong ginagawa ninyo. Gusto kong sabihin, puro. Kung ito yun eh. And I'd like to maybe really thank the Supreme Court. Kasi when I issued the warning against the judges to stop issuing TROs because they are delaying a party to delay sa mga sabi ko, you issue TROs as if it were, mabili mo dyan tingi na sigarilyo. Sabi ko, stop it unless there is really a compelling reason or a graft and corruption involved. Stop it. Do not delay. Do not hinder the progress of this country because maswerte kayo, paalis na ako. Makatikim talaga kayo sa akin ng alam mo, mga tao Pilipino, ganun eh. Sabihan mo ng maayos, baliwala. Pag hinarap mo yan, diyan na makasubukan. Kung sino yung tigas, ang gobyerno o kayo. Kung marunong yung isang tao magsakripisyo sa inyo, pasensya kayo. Do not do it. I'm asking it in behalf of the Filipino people. Hindi para sa akin. Matanda na ako. In 3 to 5 years, wala na ako sa mundong to. So, I hope that the next president would be as forceful and resolute to confront this almost evil practice of people going around the country, naghahanap ng mga bidding, tapos paghati-hatian lang nila. Kaya ang mga proyekto natin, ang pera ng Pilipino, hindi sapat doon sa budgeted sa isang eskwelahan, because of corruption. Yan talaga ang totoo. Kaya sabi ko, I'm sad. I told somebody, a judge, I'm sad that this budget will be delayed. So hindi na-delay. Then I'm also sad na itong pera na ito, mapupunta ito sa corruption, pati dadating itong perang ito doon sa kamay ng mga komunista. Kasi lahat ng mga proyekto, this road is being built by Mr. So-and-so. Hingi yan. And a sad commentary is that lahat sa Pilipinas bumibigay. Lahat. Without exception. Kaya nga hinihingi kong Congress, akala nila talagang mga na term extension. My God. Baskin mo, ibigay mo sa akin na silver platter. Baski ibigay mo sa akin libre another 10 years. Sabihin ko sa iyo, putang ina mo, iyo na lang yan. Tapos na ako. And my daughter, iniudyok ng Manila, sabi ko, my daughter is not running. I have told Inday not to run kasi naaawa ako sa dadaanan niya na dinaanan ko. Hindi ito pambabae. Alam mo, the emotional setup of a woman and a man is totally different. Maging gago ka dito. So, that is the sad story. But may mga tao na pursigido. And they have only, all you have to do, I said, just give me the name ng kontraktor na corrupt o empleyado na corrupt. And I'd like to congratulate Secretary Villar for initiating a total revamp sa DPWH. And there will be more to come. Did I not tell you a little about few days ago, months, that I will dedicate the remaining years of my mayorship dito sa corruption? Talagang upakan ko kayo. Hindi ninyo naalaala yon, pasensya kayo. So, with the ongoing revamp, I expect more when I leave the office, medyo kailangan lang i-control ng susunod sa akin. It's not easy to go after them. Hindi mo basta-basta. Magtatakbo yan, Supreme Court, mag-TR. Sabi ko, if you want a clean government, judges, if you are with us, do not, unless it is a compelling reason that buhay mo ang nakataya, huwag mo kasi makaaway tayo. It's either I will not allow you to stop it, mapapahiya ka, bubulyawan pa kita in public. Yan ang warning ko sa inyo. Be careful. Talagang mumurahin ko kayo in public. So, be very careful. Huwag ngayon sa panahon ko. Not during my time. Somebody else's time, okay. And to have talked long enough. Yun yung introduction ng speech ko. Ito ngayon ang totoo. I am honored to join all of you today as we officially open Stage 3 of the Metro Manila Skyway project. For many years, our people have greatly suffered from the perennial problem of road congestion in the national capital region. Come to think of it, actually, when all of the skyways will be completed, I think yung pagtitiis ng mga tao will be cut by about 1/3. Not really that, but it will cut inconvenience and it will make you comfortable. For many years, our people have greatly suffered from the perennial problem. Today, through the hard work and cooperation of DPWH, CETRA, the Central Expressway Corporation, and San Miguel Holdings, we finally opened this 19-kilometer segment of the Skyway which runs from Buendia to Makati to NLEX and here to Balintawak. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, hindi ko na alam. If you drop me dito banda, hindi ko na alam kung saan ako mag-uwi. That was it. When I was a student, may had a car. May Volkswagen ako, pero pang-aral lang yun eh. Dormitoryo. Sa ibang lugar, I do not venture to travel because hindi ko kabisado ang Manila. Lalo na ngayon. Kung sabihin ng PSG, sir, umuwi ka lang na iyo, may pantaksi o, bigyan kita. Hindi ko alam kung saan ako magdaan. Today, to the hard work and cooperation of DPWH, we finally opened this 19-kilometer segment of the Skyway which runs from Buendia in Makati to NLEX here in Balintawak. Connecting with Skyway stages 1 and 2, we now have a continuous 35-kilometer elevated expressway that directly connects Alabang to Balintawak. This, beyond doubt, will significantly contribute to the efficient movement of goods and people from north to south and from within Manila. The successful completion of the Skyway is a testament to the efficiency, reliability, and sustainability of our Build program. It attests to the endless possibilities that we can accomplish to the dynamic partnership between the government and private sector. As we marvel at this great feat, I hope that we in government will be reminded of our responsibility to not only ensure the timely completion of all public infrastructure projects, but also to shield the public from all forms of inconvenience during the construction. To the Filipino people, let me assure you that this administration will continue to pursue our Build program guided by the highest standards of integrity, transparency, and accountability. To our private sector partners, CITRA and San Miguel, let me thank you for your trust in this administration. Your investment has finally paid off, and the Skyway shall serve as an enduring edifice of the legacy that we will leave behind for future generations of Filipinos. With the trust and help of the private sector and of the Filipino people, I am confident that we can build the foundations of an inclusive, robust, and prosperous nation that we can proudly leave behind to our children. Before I end my speech, I would like to take a moment to greet my dear friend, Ramon S. Ang, a happy birthday. Birthday niya ngayon. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. On behalf of the Filipino people, I thank you for your invaluable contributions to the government's efforts to forge a thriving and progressive society. Your initiatives in addressing the challenges brought by COVID-19 during the early stages of the pandemic speak well of your genuine desire to help our people. For that, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. It is my hope that your deep sense of patriotism and social responsibility will serve as an inspiration to other captains of industry to actively participate in our shared task of nation building. Huwag kayong silas, bawa po magpasalamat. Again, I'll stress corruption. Huwag kayong magbigay. Kung nanalo kayo ng kontrata, clean, tapos may naghingi sa inyo ng DPW engineer o ano, pumunta kayo sa akin. Pumunta sa at sabihin ko sa iyo, ipatawag ko yung utang ina, sampalin mo sa harap ko. That is your consuelo. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Mr. President. That concludes our event this afternoon. Thank you very much, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, for gracing this momentous event. We are very honored with your presence. Again, ladies and gentlemen, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Sawa na ang bayan ko sa magnanakaw na tao. Madilim na kahapon, ikaw ang mataahon. Sa piling mo, di ko mawawala ang korupsyon. Tayo na, Pilipinas, tayo na magbago. Hawak kamay tayo para sa